On today's episode of How Fucked Up is Fucked Up, we're going to dissect some videos, and I'm going to show you guys a series of videos and give you guys my honest opinion. It is only my opinion and nothing but my opinion, so it does not validate my opinion. It does not state that that's the way it should be done, that that's the right way of doing it, but this is a first of the series of me just looking through some videos and then giving you guys my 5 cents on what's going on. The guy that did the compilation, I'm going to drop this link in the description so you guys can check out his version of the video. I tuned his mic a little bit, but his mic was unbearable to listen to. Just little heads up. Just gonna give you guys a little 5 cents on this video. Let's get it.
As y'all can see, man, truck drivers are quitting their job, and that damn sure ain't a good thing.
Alright, y'all, so let me tell y'all about one of my last loads with Dollar General and why I decided to leave over-the-road trucking. For one, my back was getting big and I couldn't unbig it because I was sitting in the truck eating these darn Yako sauce.
So my 5 cents on stuff like this, you know, people keep eating ramen noodles and all this store-bought food and stuff like that, and they get bigger and thicker and they consume insane amount of carbs. Bro, it's not good for you. I mean, if you're gonna consume all that bad food on the road and you know, you're over-the-road trucker, unfortunately you're gonna gain some weight, and since you don't get any exercise, you're just gonna keep getting thicker and bigger, and you know, your health is gonna start degrading one by one. But let's continue.
Oodles and noodles all day, every day. Couldn't unbig my back. I'm sitting here eating with, that's not even chopsticks. Whatever that was, I couldn't find a fork, so I had to improvise.
He fucking that up.
On the phone talking to bro.
Yeah, for sure. Drunk as hell. Pulling up.
The phone really be getting me through my day, especially on those 2-3 hour drives.
And I'm gonna let y'all know.
Just to heads up.
He said 2-3 hour drives. That's crazy, bro. I don't think I've had a load that's 2 or 3 hours yet. I drive crazy hours.
And anybody that got truck driver, family members, friends, significant others, or what have you, if we call you and you don't call back in enough time, it's gonna be one of two things: we ain't gonna answer because we on the phone with somebody else that's gonna keep us up and keep us trucking, or we got to our destination and now we don't want to talk. But anyway, here's me on the road, getting busy down these highways like I'm in a Hellcat. You feel me? Now I gotta stop for fuel. But nah, y'all, on a serious note, I really was trying my hardest to be on the road and unbig my back, but it wasn't working. So I decided that it was time for me to lose some weight.
Here are 10 reasons of why truck drivers tend to quit.
I like this guy. This guy gets straight to the point. He gives a lot of, you know, tips and stuff like that. So I've been watching this guy, and a lot of stuff I learned from him, low key.
Number 1, being asked as a driver to run over your hours. Number 2, running unsafe equipment. Number 3, when you as a driver feel that you're unsatisfied with the home time. Number 4, when drivers can't get along with their dispatchers. Number 5, when you as a driver hate the lanes that you're driving. Number 6, pay is insufficient. Number 7, when you're working for a company that has way too much downtime and waiting time. Number 8, when drivers feel that they're unappreciated. Number 9, when you're working for a company that has a horrible safety score and you're spending way too much time at the scales. And number 10, when a driver feels that he's micromanaged. So if I missed anything, leave a comment down below. What's the reason that you would quit your...
Low-key, he hit every single point, and there's a couple points. I mean, as the video I posted, you know, my last video that I posted, I actually discussed a couple of these points to why I quit the job that I'm working for. So this man is just straight on point all the time.
I don't know if you don't know, I'm a truck driver, right? Owner and operator.
This guy is also cool. I watch a lot of his videos as well.
And unfortunately for a while now, how can I say it? A trucking recession. Truck drivers are falling like dominoes, giving up on the business.
So my 5 cents on that is, you know, the trucking recession, it's the recession worldwide. Every single business right now is experiencing some sort of form of recession. It's not as it used to be. So any job field you're gonna go to, you know, you're gonna experience, whether it's layoffs, whether it's just, especially if you're running your own business, it's super hard right now. Just the times are hard, and it's not just trucking. I feel like it's literally every single field, every single business going through this right now. So everybody just gotta hold it down. You know, this is the times. We gotta get through it, man.
Today was an unusual day. Few of my friends, you know, they post their trucks on marketplace. They just want to get rid of it. They just want to move on. You know, they're not too many people are looking at, you know, in general, nobody wants to buy. So, like I said, today was a little unusual. A few of the guys called me up and said, why don't you take the trucks, give us a few dollars, and pay us the rest in payments. And I was telling them, like, what you're going through, I'm going through the same way. So if I was to take the trucks, I'm gonna park them, and they're gonna be like table ornaments. They're gonna gather rust. You can't afford to hire no drivers because it's not worth it. That's number one. There is no work. When is this gonna end? I have no.
See, I feel like there is surplus of work. I feel like there's a lot of work, but due to all these new immigrants coming into the country and then taking the jobs and then cutting each other's pockets by taking cheap freight and stuff like that, is just plummeting the market. But like I said, it's every business is going through it right now. It's not just trucking.
Yeah, this trucking recession, I guess we're gonna call it. I don't know. And the few guys that are doing okay, the only reason they're doing okay is they're doing Amazon Relay. If you don't know what Amazon Relay is, it's like an app where you know, pick certain moves that you want to do. And the only good moves on that app are called crosstowns, intermodal work. That's the only thing that's moving these guys around right now. Other than that, it's just pathetic. When is it gonna end? I don't know. And I'm gonna be honest, I done got almost all of them. I only got a few left. And I'm on one and another guy's on one. We're not even doing any good. Today, for example, came out, did a box, waiting on something else to come in, nothing else come in. What about tomorrow? It's not looking good either tomorrow. So I don't blame anybody that leaves the business right now because it's not worth it. You would think.
See, I feel like I entered the business at the right time. I've been on the road for the past 3 months. And again, I don't know much about it, but I research a lot and I study a lot about different industries and different businesses. I feel blessed that I got in at this time. The reason for that is because if this is the bottom of the barrel, you know, going up from there is, I'm just gonna see nothing but good. And I get to learn a lot right now because of this whole situation. So there's things to do and things not to do, and fortunately for me, I get to see all of that at the very rapid scale and learn what not to do very, very fast.
The only business that wouldn't go down is trucking, because if you all know, I mean, everything in the stores and wherever you go, it comes from a delivery guy, driver that delivers shit. But unfortunately, that's not the case no more. God help us all, man. Peace out.
You get the truck. They disabled the truck. The owner said they said they transferred the load over.
Why they disable the truck?
Quit.
Bro, I told you 2 weeks. Bro, I said I put my 2 weeks in.
My sister said you already quit.
No. Bro, I just told him I put my 2 week notice in today, bro, for 2 weeks.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, turn my fucking truck on, bro.
See, stuff like this is kind of like, you know, I learned from other people's mistakes as well, and this is kind of why I'm quitting the way I'm quitting, because last thing I want to do is put in my 2 weeks and then end up in a situation like that where I'm stranded and my truck shut off, or I just gets towed and I'm stranded at a random truck stop because I decided to take a shower. Like it's just, there's so many ins and outs of this business that I yet don't know, but I see other people going through it, so I'm kind of taking the safer route when it comes down to that. But I feel so bad for what happened to this guy.
Man, we already got some.
Man, hey, I swear to,
You don't know what to tell
bro, look
him.
at this shit, Sean. Real shit, bro. I fucking, look at this shit.
Nah, bro.
Bro, my shit not fucking started.
I didn't even
This
know
man
you can
had
do
the
that.
decency, the professional courtesy to give his job 2 weeks notice, and they repay him by firing him after he delivered his load 300 miles away from his house. By turning his truck off, they left that man stranded. I didn't
even know you can turn the truck off like that. I don't think this 2016 has that capability. I mean, I would just figure out how to turn it back on low key. You know, I'm kind of tech savvy and mechanically inclined, so I would just figure out a way.
know that was possible. Hey, bro, you might as well call him back and tell him to keep your last check. So what I'm gonna need you to do is take a razor blade from the airlines all up and down the truck. Next, I'm gonna need you to go to the store, get like 10 bottles of water, 10 of these. You're gonna drink 5 of them. The other half you save for later. I'll tell you why. But don't forget to get 2 liters of soda. Take that soda, you pour it into the coolant reservoir, both of them, until it's empty. Okay, now you remember them 10 bottles of water? You drank 5 of them, right? Good? Okay, good. Now them other 5, you're gonna pour it where the oil goes. Pour all of them, all 5 of them. Now, the other 5 you drank should be filling up your bladder right now. Then I'm gonna need you to piss in the fuel tanks. Then when you're done with all that, I'm gonna need you to take this and make you a strong cup of cafecito. All right? I'm gonna be a strong-ass cup, right? I'm sorry I'm saying this. You're gonna have to pour it in the DEF tank. I know your truck got a DEF tank. If they can shut it off from wherever they are to where you are, they got a DEF tank. So make a nice, strong-ass batch of this shit right here and pour it in that DEF tank. We're gonna learn to start giving these jobs 2 weeks notices. We're gonna start giving them 2-day notices. Like, sir, I noticed that today you got me fucked. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
This is why I quit truck driving.
So, you know, doing stuff like that, I think you should never, you know, go and against the company like that, because they can sue you. You signed a contract, you know, you're under certain obligations, and if you ruin that truck, especially intentionally, now you got possible lawsuits, and you're gonna have to pay one way or another. They're gonna figure it out. Let's just say they have way more money than you do because they run the fleet and have employees and stuff like that. So you do something like that to a company, you're definitely in no position to fight against their attorneys and their lawyers. Especially with a case like that where, you know, they fired you and then you just retaliated by messing up their truck. I think that was stupid, you know, to say, but again, everybody has their own ways. This is just my opinion, my 5 cents. Let's keep going.
I go back to school. While being over the road, I gained 6 months of experience. And during that time, it made me recognize that I didn't want to do that job. Is it a good career? It depends. It's definitely not for everybody. But it took a lot out of me to get to that 6-month mark. Me being over the road made me realize how important my body and my mental health is.
See, to me, like, I work out, I eat properly. I'll show you guys what I have in my truck as far as for cooking and stuff like that, where I get my groceries and how I manage to go through the day without just eating bullshit. And as far as mental health, you know, I do certain things. Like, I obviously have my dog with me, so it's kind of easy for me to go for a run with him, go play ball with him, constantly just have a companion with me. I don't know how it is for everybody. Some people are soft at the end of the day and they can't handle certain situations, but I've been through stuff in my life where this stuff, like over the road, I can go a year low-key without stop, and you know, it doesn't really bother me. But again, I don't have kids, I don't have family, I don't have any physical obligations that I have to attend to, like, you know, paying car notes and truck bills and all this other stuff. So to me, I seem like it's easy, but again, that's my opinion. That's what I think. I'm sorry that you feel that way, my G.
Like 2-3 months into over the road, all that declined. Before trucking, I was a person that stayed physically fit, and mental health was important to me. I would meditate, journal, stuff like that. Not having the time to do that over the road and constantly staring at that road is killing me, I'm not gonna lie. You really gotta be headstrong to be out there over the road. It also made me realize how important time and location freedom is to me. The fact that I had dispatch control of my life, telling me where I need to go by a certain time, I didn't like that. That's why I took the opportunity while I'm young to pursue a career where I can have that time, location freedom, and also a life balance. Because these are things that are important to me. If you decide to be a truck driver, you need to dedicate your life to truck driving.
At the end of the day, any career you're gonna go to, whether it's a 9-to-5 office job, factory job, you know, being a doctor, you're locked in at a certain times. You don't really have the ability to just do whatever you want. Like, you have to create that financial freedom for yourself, and this is where I think truck driving allows people to do that, because you're able to actually make good amounts of money and save good amount of money. Because let's say you're on the road for 6 months straight or 3 months straight, you don't really have time to spend that money unless you have family, kids, obligations and stuff like that. You don't really have time. You can just stack up your bread, come back, have X amount of money saved up, start a business, invest into a business, and do things. So, you know, some people just don't have that mindset, and that's okay. But yeah, man, I think some people, like I said, they don't see the opportunity, and they think that, oh, okay, I'm gonna switch the job right now. I'm going to go into a different field, just to realize that that field is not no better than the other field. The reason I like truck driving so much is because nobody's over my shoulder, you know, breathing down my neck, telling me what I can and can't do. I just drive. I have to be somewhere at a certain time, deliver it at a certain time, and you know, if it's for safety reasons, like right now it's snowing and it's winter, if I feel like it's not safe, I call a dispatcher and I say, hey, I'm gonna be late because guess what, it's not safe to drive, and you're gonna have to figure it out. So at the end of the day, that's why I like this job. you know, if you don't like it, you're gonna see that in any other field that you do, unless you're financially free business owner. And even if you are a business owner, some business owners put in more time. Like, for example, a regular 9-to-5 person puts 40 hours a week. Let's say you do overtime, you do 60, 80 hours a week, whatever it is. Business owners is like, sometimes you can be going 16-hour days. Sometimes you be going 20-hour days, no sleep, 24-hour days. Business owners it's a very tough position, but you have that work-life balance where you can go work out in between. You know, nobody controls your time. And at the end of the day, like, everything has its perks and things like that. So at the end of the day, I don't agree with this guy, but it's his life, it's his opinion, and like I said, my opinion is my opinion.
Your truck is going to be your new home. Unless you do local, but even if you do local, I heard a lot of these guys working 14-hour days, so it's the same concept. With all that being said, I quit truck driving for time, location, freedom, my mental health, my physical health. Overall, just wasn't the direction I wanted to go in life. But I'm glad I gave it a try because I learned a lot in truck driving. It definitely changed my life for the better.
Like around, I would say, like, as far as the ownership and the dispatch and all that, like 4 years. And I'm gonna say it's always gonna be a benefit to the trucking industry, ownership, dispatch, no matter what. But as far as the physical driving, I had to give it up, man. Not just my health, not just my kids, man, but like my sanity, man. Like, living in your truck, man, feel like jail. For real, man. Like, so I just gave it up a little bit, man. I'm getting ready to get into a few other things. And I'm gonna start, like, I mean, like, giving some insight on drivers trying to get off the road.
I feel like it's all based off mindset, you know. Everybody has their own different mindset, and some people will be like, oh, this is jail. Like, to me, I look at it like, man, I get to experience all these different places, meet all these different people, you know, eat all this type of different food, and just experience so many different things. But some people look at it from a different perspective, and again, that's okay. He has life, he has kids, he has a wife at home, so I can feel like that feels like jail, like seeing your kids grow up through a phone and FaceTime and stuff like that. That must be agonizing. So yeah, man, like I said, before people get into this industry, you just really have to do your pros and cons and figure out whether this is for you. When I did my pros and cons and I did my research, I figured out what I want to do, what trailer I want to do. Like, I didn't want to go box or reefer because of the fact that you have no physical exercise. That's why I took a flatbed, so I can be jumping around, doing my things. You know, if I need to exercise and stuff like that, I can be just using chains and different things to get those reps in. So yeah, man.
Completely. So I feel like it's a trap, man. Like, you know, I had a route a few times. Like, you might get a route from Ohio. I'm from Philly, so get a from Ohio, get a route from, go to Texas or go to wherever, and then you end up saying, chasing some bread and getting another route. You end up in California somewhere, and now you've been out on the road for a month. And like, I really wanted to give other drivers the opportunity, man, to get out the truck, still make that kind of money, yeah, and not have to worry about paying your bills. Because I know for a lot of us, like, giving that bread up is crazy. Like, if you making $1,500, $2,000, $2,500 a week, it's tough to get that up. So how you gonna replace that, man? So I'm really gonna start coming up with like a few things that drivers can do that be home with their family every night. I know a lot of guys got local jobs too, but local jobs come in, they far in between. Like, most guys don't quit their local jobs. That's why they hard to come by. And honestly, I'm tired of driving trucks, period, to be honest with you. Like, I want to work less hours, spend more time with the kids, man. But I'm gonna really do a series on, like, if you're a driver, like, some things you probably could do locally, some things you could do without, you know, having your CDL to really make some money, man, and still be home with your family. So, and man, I need to lose some weight, so that was like another thing too. But I'm gonna definitely do a series soon, man, about like what the things I'm gonna be doing now that I'm not driving no more, and how like the money gonna be adding up or whatever. So just look out for that, yeah.
So my experience working in the trucking industry is that it's not worth it. I am now jobless, homeless, and don't have a vehicle because of how...
See this guy right here? Poor financial decisions. That's literally all it is. Because you, like I said, you can make good amount of money, but It's not about how much money you make, it's how much money you get to keep. You know what I mean? A lot of these people, they make a lot of money and then they go buy Hellcats and Corvettes and da-da-da-da-da, instead of buying a house and then creating cash flow and kind of securing yourself. So if you do have to leave or whatever, you still have that cash flow going on and you have invested into proper things. But a lot of people, they're just like, oh, I want this, now I got money, I got that, you know, buy. That is the reason why a lot of stuff like this happens, man.
Money I made while in the industry. You can't make a living wage without a year's worth of experience, and
yes, you can. You just have to try. I literally, after 3 months, found a job that pays as much as what 10 to 20-year-old, you know, veterans make in this industry. So yes, you can. You just have to look harder. You have to have dedication and willingness to do that. That's literally all it is.
can't get those jobs without a year's worth of experience. When you demand to be treated like a human being in any of the mega carriers, they laugh at you, fire you, or find a way to fire you or get you to quit. And once you've burned through 3 of those mega carriers, the rest won't hire you. So as sad and unfortunate as it is, I'm a good driver. My deliveries are typically on time. I have a safe driving record, no violations. I take care of my truck. I'm clean. Just seems like I'll have to move on and try something else. Sucks. Waste of time.
So yeah, man, this is the video. This is kind of first of the series. I hope you guys enjoyed it. There's my 5 cents, and yeah, I'll catch you guys on the flip. Get out of here.